I will never come up missing, never come up missing. You know where to find me, I'm grinding, I'm on a mission. Princess Diana, I'ma die with tunnel vision. Dodging dirty Dianas is bad with bad intentions. I will never come up missing.
Yo, what up? This is Bobby Capri from Virginia, Heavy Green. We up here with Khadijah and DJ Gianni. Shout out Jordan at Tinderbox. So I guess you're on Little 16 now, right?
Yep.
Alright, look. I got a strict plan. That's to put back half of every dollar for when ish hit the fan. Cause if and when I do get in the jam, I'm throwing brown paper bags in faces like they was Knicks fans, full of green paper. Like, yo, I need a favor. Then I'm back to it like when cops seen the mayor, but no disrespect, I just never miss a step. I swear you better listen, I'm as slick as when it's wet. No jewels, I refuse to be flossing while I'm still in debt. Plus the necklace is incentive to get at your neck. And they gon' wanna strong arm you the minute you flex. It's gonna happen if it didn't yet. I got some homies like Quan, we ain't start off rich. Just went hard from the start and we been on since. I'm finally getting recognition for the bars I spit. All I can say is I'm thankful like Marshawn Lynch. I'm a man of few words. Forget what you heard. Not everybody gonna love you, that's just something you learn. Cause everybody's got a preference, so it's what you prefer. It's what you do with that nonsense once it occurs. It's gonna either motivate you or gonna make you throw the towel in. I'd rather wrap around my face like I'm Taliban. Throw a Molotov cocktail into a crowd of your fans. You can't stop it, son, it's out of your hands. I told you how the team get down in advance. I keep it near to the street, I'm Van Gogh in the van, wearing some Vans, skating on them in the Yeezy mask. This game will take a toll on you. Good thing I got the easy pass. It's pretty.
This is WMVL Radio. We're back with Bobby Capri. What's up, Bobby?
Yeah, what up? What up?
And Bobby just spit some fire bars, a little hot in the studio now after that. And we were talking about older artists adapting now to like the new school. What did you think about that?
I think like we were just talking about like a lot of these older artists. I feel the difference between your Jay-Z's and then like some of these other artists that are up in age that were legends and still are legends in their own right. But I feel like they're not as relevant as like a Jay-Z because like somebody like Jay like creates the trends that the younger artists and all the other artists follow, and then these other artists I feel like they follow the trends. You know, like so that's why there's a difference, man.
A lot of older artists I noticed like they reach out to someone like that's popular now to try to get like another hit.
I mean, I can understand why though. I mean, everybody wants a piece of what's hot.
Yeah.
Feel me? That's kind of like, all right, we were talking about this earlier, me and my boy YC, but like, because like album sales aren't the same, not like they used to. People actually used to sell millions of records. People really don't sell it like that, not other than the major artists. Like this year, what they say, like Taylor Swift was the only person to go platinum.
Yeah, I remember you had a line about that.
Yeah, and that's like literally, I like this, you pay attention, I like that. But now like, but that just shows you, that's Taylor Swift. Like this is all genres, nobody's selling records. So the reason they reach out to younger artists, just like labels, like Bobby Shmurda, for instance, right? He had a hot song. It wasn't even original. Like it was like a thing of old Lloyd Banks beat or something.
Yeah.
But basically, they seen that it was going viral, and they see all these people like are flocking to it, all these millions of views. So they're like, how do we get in on that? How do we become a piece of that? So now they'll reach out to them, sign them, repackage it, sell it for what they can, and try to get another hit off of that wave because they're popular at the time. So that's what a lot of these artists do. They'll reach out to who's popular and try to ride that wave until they disappear.
Yeah.
And the only thing that they have going for them, because a lot of these older artists are already established, so they can ride this wave till whatever wave they're on disappears, and then they can semi be relevant for a little bit longer and like hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of older artists have really like maintained like relevance. Like Nas is still like held a legend.
Nas
but,
is
like,
Nas, man. Yeah.
Yeah, but his album sales keep going down like every album.
I mean, that's everybody though, across the boards.
Yeah.
Like that's across the boards. I feel like Nas doesn't fit in that category we were just talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like Nas is up there with a Jay. Like I don't think he's on Jay is like the first, what I call like the first rap like rock star. Like he's like a Beatles or something. Like you feel me? Like they actually look at him like a Bono or something. Like Jay doesn't come out much. You don't see him, so he's like on that rock star status.
Yeah.
And I feel like Nas is right there too because you don't see him. He's not trying to be relevant. He just does what he does.
Yeah.
So but I mean, I think record sales are down across the boards through all artists.
Yeah, you could definitely hear it in Nas's albums like that. He just sticks to what he does.
Why not? You know what I'm saying? That's him.
Yeah.
I think that's another issue in hip hop. Too many people, like, they come out of left field with something that's not them, and that's why it doesn't last.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to just stick to who you are. I mean, like, for example, like, you can be you can do what you want, and there can be a compromise. You can give the people what they want, just give it to them how you want to give it to them. Feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to compromise lyrics and dumb down something and do a super repetitive hook for you to like it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm gonna make it sound like you want it to sound, but I'm gonna still deliver what I want to deliver, you know, within that record,
Yeah.
lyrically, or whatever I want to deliver, whatever it may be.
And which new artists do you respect? We were gonna ask you about which new artists in the game. Like, what do you think of J. Cole and Kendrick and all of them?
I like him, man. J. Cole's dope.
Yeah.
Kendrick's super dope. Like,
Yeah.
ain't much to that. I mean, who doesn't like J. Cole or Kendrick? I mean,
Yeah. I saw him in concert twice.
yeah.
Yeah.
I bumped into J. Cole at the studio, gave him one of my sweatshirts. I designed clothes too, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just a real. You know why I like J. Cole? Since we're talking about J. Cole, right?
Yeah.
This was around the time that he had that song with Lil Wayne. He had that line. He's like, "I pull up in the Green Range, call me the Green Ranger," right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, when he pulled into the parking lot of the studio, he was literally in the Green Range. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even no flashies. It wasn't
Yeah.
even flashy. It was like 2000, maybe like a 10 or something. Like, it was,
Yeah. I
you
remember
know.
that was off one of the dedications of it.
Yeah, and no tent, no rims, nothing. You know, he ain't have no security with him. Like, he literally pulled up in the Green Range, and he said that, I could see it, and I'm like, oh, all right, I like this. It's real. Like, he's really rapping about what he has and what he does. So,
Yeah.
I like J. Cole.
Yeah. What
Long story short.
I like about J. Cole is that he's doing some things that haven't been done. Like, he dropped the album recently with no like singles
features,
or anything,
yeah.
and it's still sold.
It's a solid album, man. It did
Yeah.
sell. It did. It
Yeah.
went like, what, gold or something?
Yeah, it went
Yeah.
gold and it's on the way to being platinum now.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the game needs that, man. But see, that's what we was just talking about a minute ago. Like, stay true to yourself. Like, be that artist that you
Yeah.
are, and people will, you know, flock to it, man. Like,
Yeah.
if they don't like it, it's not for them. Simple as
Yeah.
that. Make the music that you feel like making, and the people that it's meant for will listen, and the people that it's not meant for will not listen. Simple.
Yeah. And when he did that, he sold more records than he ever did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stay true to itself.
Are there any like topics or issues you want to touch on in your music they haven't done already?
And my music is just pretty much like just like my life is day to day, like literally day to day,
Yeah.
paycheck to paycheck. So it's like whatever situation touches me at that time, then I'll speak on it, and whatever don't, you know, it'll
Mhm.
come up whenever. So there's nothing in general that I want to touch on. It's just when it comes to me, it comes to me. Whatever I'm feeling at that moment.
Right.
Basically, back to instant gratification, man. Whatever's in that moment. The moment is all that's real. The future
Yeah.
don't exist. The past is gone. Feel me?
Right.
That's it. It's right now.
I forgot to ask you earlier. How did you get into hip hop in the first place? What made you fall in love with it?
Oh man. Alright. Hip hop, man, is just like it's an outlet. Like I've always been artistic, and you know I used to write poetry. I think a lot of me like loving hip hop and rapping the way I do and stuff comes from me being a comedian. You know, like that's why I like my punchlines are the way they are, because I see them differently. I like to play on words and whatnot, but I really fell in love with hip hop probably around like '97. Like big, it was like the Hypnotized just came out. I lived in Montgomery, Alabama. Like, so I moved from, like we lived everywhere. I moved from Oregon. Like there was like a town, maybe like 5,000 kids in it, man. All white kids. Like I moved from Oregon, like me and one of the poor families eating like free lunch and whatnot, you know. And we just moved to Montgomery, Alabama. So now I'm in a school with like 3,000, 4,000 students and like 10 white kids. But for the first time, I felt like I wasn't embarrassed to be eating free lunch or, you know, because like I remember I was at lunch one day and this kid was like, yo, why ain't you eating? I told him I wasn't hungry, of course, but basically it was because I got free lunch, and then he enlightened me and let me know that everybody gets free lunch. You know what I'm saying? Why not? So, but that was around the time I really fell in love with hip hop because it resonated with my situation.
Right.
Yeah, so long story short, that's what it is.
Are there any like lines that stuck out to you that you remember, like as a kid when you first got into like hip hop?
Nah, I can't think of none off the top, man.
Yeah.
The first rap song like that I really liked, as funny as it is, was Coolio Gangsta's Paradise. Because like I
Yeah.
said, we lived in Oregon, like we didn't live in cities that played hip hop on the radio, so all we had was like MTV or whatnot.
Yeah.
And that's what was popular at the time. So
Yeah.
that was the literally the first song I ever really
Yeah.
started listening to on repeat.
Did you watch UMTV Raps?
I did. I watched all that.
Yeah. I wish they still had that show.
I know, man. They don't even play music videos no more.
Yeah.
The 106 and Park's gone now. Like now, what's
Yeah.
left?
I feel like UMTV Raps was like really true to the culture.
It was, man. Like that's what, and I think that's what really helped push rap mainstream was shows like that.
Yeah.
Like it introduced rap to kids like myself that
Yeah.
wasn't necessarily around it. You know.
Yeah.
when
They
it
let the
was- when it was
artists speak for
originated.
themselves too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We need another show like that.
Yeah. And yeah, now 106 and Park is gone, so not really showing too
But
much
see,
music on
that's
there.
where like it lays in your hands and all these DJs. You need to like push authentic music and push like music that'll inspire that again. You know.
Yeah.
So you can kind of control that.
Do you want to stay independent or do you want to be signed?
Yeah, nah, we independent all day, heavy green, and it's
If a label did approach you, would you like consider it?
depend on what they talking about, man. Like
Yeah.
we're not gonna sign with a label if all they can do is help us with what we can already do for ourselves.
Yeah.
Why? Why let somebody else's hand in our pocket?
Yeah. Yeah. A
That
lot
don't
of
make no sense.
there's a big independent trend going on in hip hop. I noticed.
There is, man, because that's the way to go. Like back to the record sales, nobody's selling records.
Yeah.
There's really no room for a label if they're not offering the right circumstance or situation.
Yeah.
So
And with the internet now is like the time to really you can like really promote yourself, put out your music yourself,
Kind
and
of.
everything.
kind of, man. Like the internet is like so saturated. Like
Yeah.
it's almost going back to like independent really does have to be grassroots. Like you literally have to go out here and lay down the footwork.
Yeah.
Like you have to be. People want something tangible. You know what I'm saying? So like yes, the internet is a great marketing tool, but the internet's not real, man. Like
Yeah.
there's so many people like that have little home studio setups that they could just, you know, record something. They got Photoshop. They could throw together a mediocre cover and put it out here on these free sites like SoundCloud. So like, internet's saturated, man. You got to get out here and lay the footwork down and actually touch the people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so I guess there's pro and con. You can promote
there
yourself.
is,
but
yeah.
it's
Like
also
there was like an ideal time period where the internet was the best. Like
Yeah.
when Sean Kingston came out, when Soulja Boy came out, that was because they were ahead of the curve. Like nobody did that. They were
Yeah.
the first internet artists to really blow up.
Yeah.
That was the ideal time to do the internet thing. Now it's just another tool if you use it properly. So,
What made you want to take rapping seriously? Like when did you start really getting?
I take
into it?
everything I do serious. So from day one, man.
How long have you been writing?
How long have I been writing
Yeah.
rhymes? Since 97, 98.
And how often do you record?
Whenever I feel like it. I'm in the studio pretty much every day though.
Have you recorded in New York or just Virginia?
Yeah, I recorded in New York quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have a studio in Long Island in Lynbrook, and then we're also at Premiere quite a bit in Times Square. So
Which or do any artists influence you?
influence me? I don't know, man. I listen to what I like, but I'm inspired by like movements and seeing people progress, and I think I'm more influenced by the actions and the outcomes other than the actual music.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to like sound like nobody, so
Yeah.
I try not to get too much influence from other artists.
Yeah. Going back to the internet, there's a lot of rappers on YouTube. Like, what do you think distinguishes you from the rest?
I mean, authenticity for one. I don't sound like nobody. Like I'm not
Yeah.
I know everybody thinks they don't sound like nobody, but literally, man, like you could press play on like I don't even watch videos on Worldstar. I watch the funny videos. I don't watch music videos on Worldstar. You know what I'm saying? I already know what they sound like.
Yeah.
It's the same beat, same hook, same like everybody wants to sound the same. So I think that's what differentiates me from them. Like I don't want to sound like nobody, but I'm not trying not to sound like nobody. I just do the music I feel like making, and it's just organic.
How did you learn to like? You said you make the shirts yourself.
Yeah, I design all of the shirts
How did you learn to do that?
out of necessity because I wanted to cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
So like we were just talking about, like I actually got Photoshop. I was already artistically inclined, so I just watched YouTube tutorials and taught myself how to do it and got better with time. Like I said, I take everything I do serious. So that's how I got into that out of necessity.
Do you ever want to produce your own beats?
I actually started out making beats before I rap.
Yeah.
It ain't for me, man. Like beats were cool. Like I made decent beats, but they didn't fit. They didn't allow me to rap like I like to rap. You got to know what you're good at, what you're not good at.
Yeah.
I'm not good at making beats.
Yeah, I tried to get into producing one time. It seems easier than you would think, but it's actually pretty hard.
I mean, there's a lot to it if you really want to get into it and really take it serious.
Yeah.
Or you could be like one of these producers that release 5 beats for $10 because they make 40 beats a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Press a couple keys and loop it up because it's the same beat, literally, just a different sound kit.
Yeah. A lot of producers, like, there's like this similar sound that's out right now.
It is, man.
Yeah.
Everything sounds the same. Like I said, like take Mustard for example.
Yeah.
Mustard created this sound. Like every beat sounds the same. Now you have 100 producers trying to recreate his sound instead of trying to find their own sound. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the same with rap. I think it's the same with anything. Like, I mean, you're always gonna have imitation because, like, a lot of people are scared to do something different.
Yeah, I think at least when I try to write whatever, whether it be a poem or whatever, like it's hard to not be influenced by what's popular. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like if you put too much clout in the you know, other artists and what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's why you got, like I said, you got to be influenced by the moves they're making or how much progress. Like if you follow somebody from the start and you see where they are a year later, let that be the influence, not the music, but the actual moves being made. Does that make sense? It's kind of like if you feel something at the time, like if you had your heart broke, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might not write a direct song about that girl, but you're gonna be influenced by the actual heartbreak, feel me?
Yeah. Do you ever like feel influenced to make a song a certain way or to approach it a certain way?
Nope.
How do you stay away from the influence?
I just do. There is no influence. Bow, bow.
Because I remember reading an interview with Kendrick and he said like when he's making an album, he turns off like the radio, make sure like it's no other music around him. He just
As he should,
himself in the studio.
as he should. But then again, like it's different for every artist, but that makes sense.
Yeah. And what's your next project sound like?
Sounds like gold. I was just playing. It just sounds like you just have to listen, man. It's just dope.
Yeah.
Dope lyrics, same thing I've been giving you, just different. You know what I mean, it's still me. Like it's like that's the thing. Like all my music is me. Like anybody that knows me and they actually hear my music, they can tell you that's me.
Yeah.
Like I don't like flip the off switch when I go home or you know change it up.
Yeah.
Like so, it sounds like me.
Do you have any big plans for 2015?
Of course, man. Always gotta have big plans.
Yeah.
I just do more of the same, man. More music, more shows, meet new people, more interviews, like touch more people, man. That's it.
Yeah.
Repetition is key. You feel me? You can't like be cock diesel if you do one rep in the gym, right?
Yeah.
You gotta go every day. You gotta do reps over and over. And then once you reach your goal, then you gotta continue to do it just to maintain. See, that's another thing. A lot of people like will set a goal and they'll reach it, and then they're like, all right, I'm here now. Like there is no here. There's no there. There's no like when I make it there, because once you make it there, there's another there. Mm-hmm. Feel me? And that's how you stay new. You gotta maintain. You gotta keep going. Repetition, man.
When you performed for the first time, were you scared at all? Were you ever like?
Actually, yo, for real, like that was what was holding me back. In the beginning, I thought that I was kind of scared. Like, yo, what if I do make it? Then I'm gonna have to perform in front of X amount of people. Like, but see, that's instant gratification. Like right now is all that exists. I was building something up in my head that hasn't even happened yet. So that's where fear comes from, because you're like making up these scenarios, feel me? So like the first time I did step on stage, yes, I was a little nervous. And I still do get nervous to some extent. New venues, like it, but you turn that into like adrenaline, feel me? It's what you do with it, man.
Were you ever scared to like just pursue being a rapper in general? Like scared that you wouldn't make it, or?
Nah, I was scared I was gonna make it. Like I just said, like I was scared I was gonna make it. I don't ever look at it like I'm gonna fail.
Yeah.
There's no room for failure. If you think you're gonna fail, then you're gonna fail. Period.
Yeah. Did you enter through battle rap at all?
Nah, man, that ain't my thing.
Yeah. You pay attention to battle rap at all?
Nah, not really, man. Battle rappers are some of the most like lyrical people, like punchline wise. But a lot of it's just reaching to like a lot of it just sounds stupid to me, man.
Yeah.
But not to knock. I mean, that's what they do. That's their thing.
Yeah.
But nah, I don't really pay attention to too much battle rap, man. You can't occupy your time with too much, you know, extra stuff if it isn't conducive to what you're doing. So
yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up now. Where can the people find you at?
VA Capri at VA Capri, like Virginia, VACAPRI.
Yeah.
Just all the social media networks is VA Capri. Just look up
Instagram,
Bobby
Twitter,
Capri.
Facebook.
Yeah, you'll find it. Yep.
All right.
And I appreciate it once you find it. Let me know what you think, good or bad. I mean,
Yeah.
feedback's always good. It helps. It helps to further your craft.
All right. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me for real, man.
WMVL Radio. Signing off.
What up, this Bobby. Thanks for tuning in to WMVL Radio. Shout out Jordan at Tinderbox, Khadijah, DJ Gianni. Appreciate y'all having me up here. I'll definitely be back. Have a great. What up?
Something I probably kill for the feeling so unfamiliar, but yet it feel like I've been here. Yeah, I be so fucking out of it. Yet it feel like I'm in here just off the thought of it. Got a dream and I follow it on some stocky. Must acknowledge a hustle. The